did during the first online World Championship. Sorry, I think we have problem. Okay, yeah, we have technical problems, so I'll let me see. Okay, we have sound problems. Elmo, can you play from your computer?
Yeah, I'm on a different computer this morning, CJ.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try once more. Sorry about
CJ, I'm on campus. Is it on the shared drive or you want me to play it locally?
Yeah. Okay, just a minute. I replay. I try to play. Okay.
On Facebook, we could play it off Facebook.
All right, so I'll do once more. Something wrong with my computer. It stops for the time always here. So I'll skip that part and let's see. Okay, so yes, we have some problems. So I may play this video later. Also, this video can be found on the Robofest homepage. So you may play this video. Okay, let me talk about today's agenda. So we'll first update Robofest Online World Championship 2020. So please watch the video on our homepage. And I'll talk about annual report. Then we will talk about trophy ordering and shipping status. Then I'll talk about planning for next year, as well as tentative schedule. Then the most important thing today, to unveil the game for next year. Then we have some organizational updates. Then we'll take question and answers. Okay, let me first talk about annual report. The annual report can be accessed online on Robofest homepage. If you click this 2020 link, you will get the PDF file of our annual report. I have some questions about Robofest last year. Can you guess how many teams joined in 2020? Number 1, 349. Number 2, 449. 3, 549. 649. The answer is 549 last academic year. So we started with around 100 teams first year, and we had a peak in year 2017, almost 3,000 students. Then last year we had 829 teams, around 2,500 students. This year we had 549, and average team size this year was 2.7. Usually our average team size was around 3. Another question, what's the second most popular category? Game must be the first category. Exhibition, battle sumo, parade. The answer is battle sumo. Yes, last academic year, 40% of teams were doing game. 32 was battle sumo, as well as battle sumo time trial because of the online competitions. Then exhibition was the third most popular category. Can you guess the percentage of high school students? 24, 34, 44, 54. The answer is 34. We had around 34% high school, and middle school students were the most students joining Robofest. Then we have large number of actually upper elementary school population too. This shows the changes. Usually Robofest we have mostly middle school students. In year 2020, our high school population has increased, and elementary younger students were decreased. About gender ratio, female versus male, 20, 23, 26, 29. The answer is 29. So almost 30% female students are joining Robofest. I'm sure Lego EV3 was the most popular robotics kit. What's the second most popular robotics kit? Yes, VEX IQ. VEX IQ, here 11%. So software programming languages, EV3 was the most popular programming language, and Scratch-like robot mesh was the second most popular programming language used. And many different versions of C languages were used too. Okay, now it's time. I'd like to introduce Shannon Pelonis to talk about trophy, medal, certificate ordering status. Shannon?
Hi, thank you everybody for ordering. We had over 150 trophies ordered from the World Championship events. That's a lot, and I'm very happy to get them shipped out. Right now, we've got all the trophies in that have been ordered for the first round. We've got all the certificates and medals prepared. We're packaging everything up. Right now, the delay is on negotiating rates with UPS to get the best possible rates for shipping. And that's taking a little bit of extra time. I apologize for that. But as soon as I get that online, I will be sending out invoices and then packaging everything up in the meantime and getting everything shipped out to you. Hopefully, my goal is to have everything shipped out by next Tuesday. So please watch your emails for your invoice. Pay it as quickly as you can. Once it's paid, I'll pop your box in the mail or the UPS, whichever is the best rate and the best security for your packaging. So again, thank you for ordering. This is sometimes outside the norm, so I apologize for the delay, but we are definitely working hard to get those packages out to everybody as soon as we can.
Thank you, Sharon. As well as Marilyn, both are working so hard, to prepare all the boxes. So please stay tuned. Okay, next, I'd like to introduce our plan for next year. Our basic strategies for next year is to wait, actually. So we try to delay decisions about the World Championship, possibly in-person World Championship in August, when first may have World Championship in Detroit. So yes, Detroit is hosting first World Championship in August. So we may, if they do it, yeah, Robofest will do it. So that's our current plan. Also, we will provide more learning opportunities through online workshops. Teaching online, especially hands-on robotics, is hard. So we are looking for volunteer tutors to teach, students online. So we will, announce more opportunities for volunteers to help all the students around the world. We will require, this is a kind of slight change, our rule. We had main category as well as open category for World Championships. But this time we will require at least a qualifier to join World Championship for every category in principle. So the qualifier can be in person, online, or video submission qualifiers till June. Till July. We will try to provide, second chance qualifiers. So if you do not qualify from the first qualifier, don't give up, you have another chance. According to our study, if you try second time, teams will be learning more, doing better. Categories for next year. Unknown Mission Challenge, Robo Art, Robo Med, Exhibition, Battle Sumo, if online, Battle Sumo time trial, and game. Unfortunately, we decide not to do VCC next year either. This is the tentative schedule for next year. We plan another Zoom meeting with international directors as well as site hosts in late January. before finalizing all the rules. We used to have secret mock game competitions on campus, but this time we'll be opening mock game competitions to invite any team around the world to help us finalize game rules by having this mock game on Saturday, January 23rd. Then we will finalize all the rules on Saturday, February 6th. And team registrations will begin from that day. Also, site host letter of agreement forms will also be available at the time. And we'll be keep doing technical workshops from January through March via Zoom. And we will begin qualifying competitions from February through July, because we plan World Championship in August, if possible. So from February till July, in-person qualifying competitions, if possible, for some countries. Also, there will be multiple online qualifiers organized by Lawrence Tech Robofest, as well as online competitions organized by site hosts around the world. In addition, we will continue video submission qualifying competitions. Then in May, from May till July, we'll offer second chance qualifiers. Any team who didn't qualify from the first qualifiers, they may try here. Then, as I mentioned, the World Championship will be held in August in person in Detroit, here in Michigan, on LTU campus, or similar online format as this year's the first ROWC. So starting in August and ends in October. So we are doing every Saturday, or Friday, possibly night, very late for countries in East, Far East area. Okay, this is a change. It's quite unfortunate. We don't have enough sponsors this coming year. Already, we got notifications about the sponsorships. Also, Lawrence Tech has some issues. So we will increase the online competition fee from 10 to 20. And if in-person competition will be done on campus, then the fee will be $75 per team. We plan technical workshops in January through March. So the first two technical workshops with Scratch will be focusing on artificial intelligence and machine learning. The Scratch is becoming more popular around the world, especially Lego. The new Lego platforms are using Scratch programming language. So we will be using Scratch to learn about machine learning concepts. On January 9th and January 16th, 2 workshops are open for anyone. Then we'll begin with VetsIQ Robot Mesh on Saturday, February 13, right after we finalize all the rules. Then we will start with Spike Prime, as well as Robot Inventor with Scratch on February. And the other workshops will be offered in February and March, and we don't have the date yet. All the workshops will be recorded and will provide online courses at e-Academy. So Robofest has another program called e-Academy with all the online courses as well as certification exams. Yes, next agenda is to unveil game rules for next year. But I have a question again. Can you guess the percentage of teams that achieved over 60 points last year? 20%, 26, 32, 38. How many teams got over 60 points last year for the golf ball game? 26%. It's not that high. So all the results can be accessed on our annual report. How many teams improved if they competed twice? 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%. Yeah, so it's 50%. 50% of teams improve their scores when they compete second time. Okay, so this is the history of our game. So we started in the beginning with 3 competitions. Robo race was a kind of very simple line following, but the robot needs to be coming back after finding an obstacle. Then we did firefighting race. Oh, it was so fun, but it was dangerous too because we were using real candle lights. Then Robotag is like, it's not sumo, but the game ends right after you touch the other robot that has a flag. Okay, then after that, yes, last year, to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we did binary blocks. Last year, golf ball. And this year, for 21, the game name is StackRolls. And you can find the video, sample demo video here. And the robot starts from here. There are 5 toilet paper rolls, and there's a target zone using black paper, letter size black paper. The goal is find all the toilet paper rolls and stack them all on the black paper. Very simple setup. And hopefully everyone has, paper, toilet paper roll here. And let me introduce now our details about next year's game StackRolls. This initial version, draft initial version is on Robofest webpage. If you click on get involved, choose game, then you'll find this version. However, this is not the final version. As I mentioned, the final version will be free frozen on February 6th. After getting comments from you, as well as after having a mock competition. Okay, as I mentioned, the goal is find all the toilet paper rolls and stack them on the black paper. You have maximum 2 minutes and 1 full reset is allowed. All the tasks must be done autonomously without any external help such as remote control. UTF, unknown tasks and factors, will be unveiled before the 30-minute work time. The starting orientation, the exact starting location and orientation of the robot will be unveiled. Some locations of roles based on the age division. It's possible, to have new items on the table for the game ending task. I'd like to introduce some, example scores at the end of, after the end of each run. So if you get this after the 2 minutes, and I see 1 roll is inside the black paper, 3 rolls are partly inside, 1 was unmoved. So first thing to check is the stacking points. So in this case, none was stacked. So the stacking point is 0, but location points, 1 roll is on, perfectly inside the black paper. So 7 because of this table, completely inside the zone, then 7. 3 are partly inside the TZ, so 3. 1 was not moved, so no point for this. So the total score for this results will be 16. The second case, you see 2 are perfectly in, so 7 multiplied by 2. And, this row is sideways. So we always use projected profile. It's not perfectly inside the black. So, it's like getting 3 points for that. This was not moved, no points, but definitely this was moved, so 1 point. So in this case, 18. This is moved, but it's not touching the black, so just 1 point, 1 point, 7 point, 3, 3, based on this table. Now, as you see, 1 roll is stacked. So use this table. So you check tallest stack. So 2. Then try to find the second tallest stack. There's no, just only 1 stack. So you will get 20 points for the stacking point. Regarding the location points, 1, 2, 3 are perfectly inside the zone. So 7 by 3. This is partly in, so 3. That was not moved, so no point. So 24 plus 20 becomes 44. This was not moved. There are 2 stacks of 2. So tallest stack 2, second tallest stack 2. So you get 23 for the stacking point. For the location points, 4 are perfectly inside the TZ, so 28 points total would be 51. Tallest 3, second tallest 2, so 33. Everything is inside the black paper, so 7 by 5, 35. So total score for this result can be 68. So the scores are without game ending task. I'll talk more about game ending task later. All right. So first check the stacking point. 1, 2, 3, 4 paper roll tower. So 4, and the second tallest one is just 1. So 4, second tallest 1, so 43. In this case, everything is inside the black paper. 35, total score is 78. Yeah, this is the best case. So 5, so 53 points for the stacking point. Location points 5 rolls, 35, so 88, which is the maximum. Stacking point 2, when we calculate the stacking point, don't worry about the location. We just check all the stacks, 2 and 2. So 2 and 2, 23. And this is moved. So 1 and 2 are perfectly in, 2 are partly in. So total point would be 44. So this is a kind of special case. So this hasn't moved, but 2 are stacked on unmoved ways. So stacking point 3, but no other stacks, so 30. Location points 1 is perfectly in. This is not moved, so no point, but 2 rolls were moved. So 1, 2, and certainly this was moved 3. So location point, this result will get 10 points. Okay, a demo video. Yeah, I try to play. Our assistant director, Elmo with the robot and program with very simple case, we will testing whether we can meet the case of our. Move it. There are ways to stack more than 2, but we are not going to click as a story part of the robot. To make 4 rolls will require definitely gearing, a lot of gearing too much gearing. Okay. That's about the demo video that you can also find the link on the game page at robofest.net. Okay, let me explain the differences between junior and senior AD divisions. So game ending task will be easier for junior teams, and senior teams, it will be harder. As I mentioned, we may introduce new landmarks such as color papers, color tapes, or shiny aluminum foil tapes, something like that. Location of initial toilet paper rolls. 3 are specified in the rules. 2 are unveiled before the work time. That means, teams can be prepared to go to that location to get the roll. However, for senior division, 2 are specified in the rules, but 3 are completely unknown. Judges will set after impounding. So teams need to sense the location of the rolls. Location of the target zone, TZ. Yeah, in the beginning, we plan to make it more difficult, by making the location the dynamic. But since next year's scale involves more work in mechanical design to lift up to 4, heavy things, or build quite tall robots to stack. So we decided to make it easier. Also, considering the average game scores last year, we decided to make the rules easier. So target zone is fixed. Number of toilet paper rolls, both 5. Number of onboard computer controllers, junior, only 1, but senior, there's no limit. We can use as many computers on the robot. For junior, vision sensor is not allowed, but senior, yes, vision sensors are allowed. Oh, by the way, if you have questions, please use chat, Zoom chat to to ask questions. But we will answer after this presentation. Okay, this shows how we set up the playing field using 6-foot table. 5 rows. We decide to make it easier by fixing the distance between the table edge and the roll A as 12 centimeters. Since this is fixed, if you know how to follow the edge of the table, then you will access all the paper rolls. So for junior teams, location of roll 4 and 5 will be announced before the 30-minute work time. The rest, 1, 2, 3, all are fixed. For senior, locations of roll 3, 4, 5 will be unveiled after impounding, and we will let the judges only know the numbers. So for the senior competition, C, D, E will be known to only 2 judges after impounding. To locate rolls, we'll be using hole reinforcement stickers, or anything similar to this sticker, any tape, to just mark. List of materials, properties of the field. So we keep using 6-foot plastic folding tables placed on the floor. floor color under the table will be officially unveiled at the beginning of the competition day. However, all the colors should be dark than the table color. Toilet paper rolls. We are using unwrapped ones. You know, some manufacturers are selling paper rolls already wrapped with papers, but no, you know, we are not using wrapped toilet paper rolls. We are using just regular toilet paper rolls. In the United States, you know, Scott 1000 is quite popular and accessible everywhere. However, paper rolls may not be perfectly round. Also, the end edge of the paper roll paper may be glued. However, it's possible after the use, it may be damaged. Site host, as well as location, must prepare extra paper rolls. In case of in-person competition, the actual rolls to be used at the competition site must be accessible when teams check in. I collected some paper rolls, and the height was not that big difference, but some differences. So we have the range here, minimum, maximum values for the height. Outer diameter, 11 centimeters to 12.5 centimeters. Diameter of the cardboard core. We need this information to determine whether the roll has moved or not. So we have the data for that. The weight is important. To handle many rolls, perhaps lighter one would be better. So, however, because of variations of different toilet paper rolls, we have a range here. The paper, black paper TZ, we are using letter size, not so thick papers, less than 65-pound paper. Then we will tape all the edges over the paper on the table. Or reinforcement stickers to mark the location of the rolls. Now, violations and full reset and end of game rules. When any of the following violations occur, judges shall stop the game immediately to avoid further disruption of the field. Violation 1, human cannot touch the robot or playing field materials. Once the robot starts moving, the player cannot touch it. Second violation, robot falls off the table. The definition of this is any part of robot is touching the floor, that's the fall. Any other violations, any other illegal activities that judges determine can be the violations. If violation happens, the team can request one-time full reset with penalty points at any time, or declare the end of a run. If reset is selected, the time continues to run while judges reset the table. It's possible the robot still moving when the team calls end of the run. Then no points will be awarded for the end, the game ending task, which will require stopping. This is the procedure to play rounds for in-person competition. Online competition will be slightly different, but this is the procedure for in-person competition. So yeah, those rules are quite standard in Robofest. And also, we require robots to have the team ID and front label on the robot. Okay, this is quite standard procedure for Robofest. Okay, robot specifications. Maximum size is 50 by 50 centimeters, including the expansion. All the wheels for driving must touch the table surface when we measure. There's no initial size requirement. Please note that 50 by 50 robot may hit roll 1 and 2 if it tries to spin. So we did this way so that we'll double check about the robot size because of these two rolls with B, which is 50 centimeters. Especially online competition, we have to double check whether the robot has changed it, so that's why we have 50 by 50 square by using two rolls. Okay. However, there's no limitation on height. No limitation about the weight. Any number of sensors, sensor types can be used unless it is harmful to humans. A number of types of motors, servo motors. Any material robot kit may be used to construct the robot, including tape, glue bolts, and nuts. Robofest team ID and name tag, as well as label identifying front is required. We had this rule every year, but we haven't used before. But we may require display screen for the game ending task, especially for senior teams. This is an example of UTF, unknown tasks and factors. So, how to start? We'll ask the robot face west and touching the edge of the west side table. Game ending task can be, the robot to find the target zone and stop there. So, as a sample, game ending task is to detect the target zone and stop there. The robot must stop with a sensor positioned on the zone. So the robot in gray color. For junior, we are unveiling D and E. So D and E, the location of number 4 and 5 rows, and teams will have 30 minutes to finalize their code. For senior, C, D, E, we don't know. Only we will let judges know to set up the table after the impound. And the same, this sample shows the same starting and same game ending. This is a scoring sheet that can be found at the Robofest game page. So this is the same table as you saw in the beginning of the samples, from the samples. Stacking point 5, 53, 4, 43, 3, either 33 or 32, 23 or 20. And location points, completely in, partly in, moved. One full reset penalty would be -3, and the one must be designed well not to drop any part. Game ending task is for 10 points. We measure the time left as well as elapsed only when the total score is 100. Oh, I should delete plus. This here, maximum is just 100. Okay, now the way to determine whether a role is in or partly in. So as you see here, a projection view, definitely all the roles are inside TZ, partly inside. But we decided if the role is just touching the edge of the paper, then we declare this is not partly in. But this was moved, so this role will get only 1 point. This case, the base role is not completely in, but the second row on the top is inside the target zone. But we use the points based on the base one. So in this case, both partly in, not completely in. Luckily, the base was completely in, so in this case, we score as both roles are completely in. To simplify the judging. How to determine whether a role has moved or not. So we place the role, exactly at the center based on the sticker. So this is not moved. Slightly moved, but we declare not moved if the whole sticker is shown through the core. Through the core, the sticker is partly covered. So then we declare this is moved. The sticker has completely covered, so definitely this is moved. This is the way to determine whether a role has moved or not. One thing, it's okay, you may use, if you don't have the round shape whole sticker, you may use tape, but you need to make sure about same size as this sticker. It's possible to have some odd stats like this to in the middle, like that. If that happens, I don't think that will happen, but if just in case it will happen, we will give, in this case, the stack point would be 30, because we have 3 stories. 4, 43, 4. It's possible the top one can be a sideway roll. We decided to give the full points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so 43. Rules to determine winners and the ways to break tie. So we'll first calculate the average. Then the first tiebreaker is best score of 2 rounds. Then highest time left from best score. Then if necessary, rerun. So this is an example. So reminders for rules and restrictions. Either in person or online competitions, we will have proctors who are watching for violations. We allow some tolerance of the playing field if multiple playing fields at one location, then we'll try to check the consistency between the playing fields. Judges, contestants should maintain at least 1 meter. Final decisions are at the discretion of the chief game judge. Additional rules, FAQs will be posted on the web, and each team member must sign and submit consent and release form, either paper or online. We strongly prefer online signs. And as usual, our maximum team size is 5. For online competitions, we'll be using the previous ROWC rules. 1 team at 1 location. Because we are starting the games all at the same time. That's the best way we learn to prevent from some illegal behaviors. We will send unknown tasks and factors via Zoom to local judges. Then after the runs, they are supposed to send those scores as well as video links. Then we verify their report as well as we will double check their scores by watching the videos they send. And this is the online competition setup. We need, the ideal case would be we need 3 local judges, location judges, 1 Zoom connection. Also, we need a device to record the video. FAQs. What if roles are on the robot when the game ends? So there are 2 cases. The whole robot is in the black in the zone. Then we consider the roles on the robot as moved. The robot is not in the zone. So actually, I found an error here. So it's possible that because we are using projection rules, so still some debate whether we consider that as just moved or if the role is on the black paper from the top view, then perhaps perfectly in. So some debate, but we decided this way because the the role has not been touching loaded on the black paper. So both cases move. Can roles be pushed by another role? Yes. A player failed in starting the robot. Can the player retouch the robot to start? Yes. Robot is touching or holding roles at the end of the game. Is that okay? So we decide to allow it. Okay, so this is the rules for next year. So if you have any questions, please use the chat. And I would like to introduce some changes of Robofest organization. I am so happy to introduce the new Robofest director, Dr. Chris Cartwright, Associate Professor, Department of Math and Computer Science. Chris has been helping with me since year 2005, and I decided it's a great time actually for me to step down as a director. So Chris will be the new director of Robofest. Chris, can you say a few words?
Yes. Sorry, I had some notes written down about what I was going to say, but I'll try and remember it. Sorry, I lost my note sheet. But first, I want to thank CJ for his 21 years service as director of RoboFest. CJ has been Superman. So, I mean, if I hadn't seen what he has done, I would not have believed it. I could not say enough about CJ. So. I'd also like to take the opportunity to say how much I'm looking forward to working with the staff. Shannon, she's Wonder Woman. Elmer Santos is Batman. We've got, Daniel is the boy Wonder Robin. We got the whole Justice League here. Like Terry has been, there's not enough female characters, right? In superheroes. That needs to change. But Terry, I'm going to call the Wasp because she's small but mighty. So that's from the Avengers. Sorry, I'm mixing metaphors. And let's see. Oh, and there's Pam, right? Pam has been, oh gosh, that's why I had one of my notes. So I don't get the wrong superhero. Because I'm not going to call her the Black Widow because hopefully she's still happily married. But oh gosh, what
like that, right?
No, I know Captain Marvel. There we go, Captain Marvel, because Pam has been marvelous. Okay, and unfortunately, I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with me as Aquaman. So the last time I really tried to fill CJ's shoes was about in 2010. If you look at the annual report, that's when we had a big dip in the number of teams and everything. So that was when he went into the hospital. So I'm hoping that by my taking over, I'm going to keep CJ out of the hospital. So, but please bear with me. I know only maybe 10% of what CJ knows. It's going to be a learning on the job for me. Hopefully you will not notice as much. Hopefully I'm much more ready to take over now than I was 11 years ago. But thank you, CJ, for all your hard work. And I'm looking forward to this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Also, we will have Shannon Talonis as a full-time coordinator. Shannon has been working so hard as a just part-time staff, and we are working on changing her status to full-time staff. Another new thing is about Robofest Advisory Board. So I will be a volunteer to lead, to organize this advisory board. I hope, we will have former students to join this advisory board as well as former coaches. This board will be doing annual assessment, external evaluation, and some strategic planning. Please email me if you would like to serve on the board. We will meet just twice a year to plan as well as to assess. Only twice, so it will not be a huge job, but I expect lots of former students who participated in RoboFest to join the meeting, to join the board. And if you know RoboFest former students, please encourage them to contact me to join this advisory board. Okay, now it's time for question and answers. So if you'd like to talk, please turn your camera and raise a hand. Elmo, can you handle this part? Also use Zoom chat for questions first for game, as well as all other issues about RoboFest. Okay, Shannon, can you read any questions from the chat?
We have a couple of questions already. One very good question regarding if the roll becomes damaged, when it like a streamer breaks off and is like running across the table, how do we count that as either in or out of the target zone? If part of the toilet paper roll is out of the target zone, but the main core of it is in, how do we count that?
Oh yeah, so first, we judges and location judges site hosts must make sure that all the roles are in good shape first, but it may be damaged during the run. So yeah, that's something we discuss how to handle that kind of situation. Perhaps robots should be designed not to change the shape of the ROM, perhaps. But we will discuss and we will make it clear about the rules. Okay, so another question?
Yeah, next question is regarding, I'm assuming this is from Florida, regarding the younger program, for example, the Robo Parade and the Robot Drawing Contest. Will that still be available this year? It will not be available. I'm assuming, CJ, that we will not be hosting that virtually or in person on the ground, but that sites can choose to run a robot drawing on their own, but it won't be part of the official championship program.
Oh yeah, we'll discuss, and I'm glad that's a question I don't need to answer. Chris, that's your call.
So we'll let you know what we support. I know Emma's been very supportive of the robot drawing contest and the Robo Parade, but right now we're still in transition. This is a rebuilding year, so we may bring it back fully officially in a year or so. But right now we'll let you know what's available. So with that, there was another question regarding the number of students on a team. We do allow and have always allowed a 1-student team. For game, there's no benefit or penalty. For exhibition teams, they don't get full points for teamwork if there's only 1 student, but for game, there is no concern for 1-student team. That is allowed and highly encouraged if that's what we want, if that's what you have. Let's see, another question. Scheduling note. Yes, we understand that the concern is that because we're going over the summer and then into the fall, that we might get some changes, team structures with 8th graders leaving the school or seniors graduating, and that, we would hope that in the future we can get back to a normal school year schedule. But this year, because of the pandemic and because of the delay that we had for this fall, for us to try to get and scramble everything between now and the end of May would be very challenging for us as well as the international partners. So I hope that it doesn't impact too many teams, but we understand that might be an issue for some. And hopefully that they can perhaps come back and join. There won't be any, this year we had some college freshmen competing in the senior division just because of the way the school year was. So it would be okay if they came back and competed again.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see, a lot of these are very good comments about CJ. Will the parade be integrated into Robo Arts?
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, I think any parade team could easily convert a project to Robo Arts. That's, encouraging. That's what we encouraged highly last year when we had to drop the Robo Arts or the Robo Parade program. It doesn't work for a virtual or online program. You have to have multiple robots in order to run the parade. So if teams, if sites are available to host in-person events and you want to host a Robo Parade, we can definitely help with that. But it won't be something that we're going to be doing for the online competition or the World Championship this year. I'm trying to get back to my questions here.
Paul has a question I think he'd like to ask via audio.
Sure.
All right, thank you. It might take me a while to type this out. So our Tampa Bay qualifier last year was in person before the lockdown.
Yeah.
If we have to do it, I know Emma's online. She might know the answer to this, but she might not. She's probably still figuring it out. If we have to go online, then what I understood was in online competition, you still have to go to a location with judges, right?
Most of our online students this year were at home.
Yeah.
So the
judges
so
I must not understand that. How would the scoring work if they're at home?
Well, we had a location head judge assigned to score, and then a support person took a video recording of each run. And then we took the score from the judge. And then as a staff, we confirmed the score by video. So they uploaded a video of just the 2-minute runs. And so there was two 2-minute videos or 3-minute videos that we verified the scoring.
Okay, so then you guys would provide guidance on how the video, what angles, et cetera, how that needs to work.
Yeah.
And we'd have to, presumably I wouldn't be the judge, right? The coach couldn't be the judge. So we'd have to find somebody else or do we not? Do we just not need a local judge? We just take the video and let you guys take it from there? We
did ask them to each have a local head judge. And they signed a pledge that they were going to be impartial and, as much as they could. Some teams were able to find a third party. Most of them were coaches or parents. And so, we trust and hope that we are it's hard with the video verification. It was hard for things. The most part was we wanted to make sure that there wasn't any cheating going on during the work time. Their communications, looking things up online, etc. But for the most part, we didn't have any issues with the online, the location judge being impartial. I don't think of any situations where we noticed a concern. But in the best interest of the students, we want it to be as impartial as possible. I guess to answer your question, you could be a judge, you could find somebody. It depends on the location, allowances with the CDC and and Emma saying that she's going to talk to Nielsen about the options for the Florida competition. So there might be a possibility to do something in line or in person in Florida in the spring.
Well, I hope so. I appreciate that. If it's possible, we'll do it on in person. If we can't, we can't.
Yeah, take a look at the if you go to the prior year game page and find the ROWC guidelines, and you can see how it was set up. And there's all kinds of videos too. What we did for game. I know you guys were the one you got in just under the wire. Yours was the weekend before the shutdown in Michigan. So we were very thankful that you were able to have yours in person. But yeah, it just really depends on your local restrictions, etc. So if you can host in person, that would be ideal for the students. But we are definitely willing and able to provide alternatives. And that's our whole goal, is to make sure that the kids still have something to have, that they don't lose completely the season for the Robofest, because it is an important program in a lot of kids' lives. And we are very happy that we can do something, whether online or in person.
Thank you very much, Shannon.
Canada's interested in hosting a competition online, and yes, Jenna, we can meet with you off at another time. What about, there's a question about robotics equipment. Yeah, I'm assuming Tia or Tria, you're in Florida as well, because you were talking about the library. So that's, I guess if libraries are open and willing to work with students in person, perhaps they'd be willing to work with students, and check out robot kits if they can. I mean, I don't know what opportunities you have there. But yeah, please let us know if we can do anything to provide information that, yes, this is an official program, and we can definitely work with. You're telling me the library was closed due to construction. Well, they probably still have the robots sitting somewhere. Maybe you can see if they can loan them out for this year, for the season. I would hope that they could work with you on that. Did we answer all the questions? If you have another question, go ahead and let's raise. I'm trying to go back in the chat and see if I missed anything. If your question wasn't answered, go ahead and hit the raise hand button, and we can make sure you can just ask the question in person. Another question just came up. Okay, yeah, a lot of interest in perhaps individuals hosting online competitions too. Let us know what we can do to help you with that. We've gained a lot of experience by running the Latin America regional, as well as all of the online competitions. So we are definitely willing to share our knowledge with the online. There was a question about VCC. We will talk about that offline. VCC is a very, very challenging event to host, and especially online. So we are kind of putting a pin in that to decide what the interest is. If it's only 2 or 3 teams, it really is very energy. The benefit is to us is we definitely want to make sure the teams have what they need, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of energy expended on our end. For just a very small amount of teams. So we can perhaps dig in our archives and see if there's some teams out there that might have an interest in doing an old VCC that they might not have been exposed to yet. So we'll look and see what we can do. But right now, VCC is it's a lot of effort that we would like to focus elsewhere. Second grade and lower, again, that would be something that you would work with Emma on. For the only thing that we have for second grade or younger is the robot drawing, and that was something we introduced when we brought the international competition, the World Championship, to Florida, based on some interest. We had a children's book author that was interested in helping with that, so that's when that started. It's not something that we've been able to sustain for the World Championship, just because of the effort it takes, and that we didn't have someone to spearhead it on our end. But Emma has continued it in her area, and that's something that you can work with her, and she's gave me the thumbs up. So it looks like it's something she's interested in continuing. So, so hopefully we can continue to see those robot drawings, and we'll let Emma take charge on that again. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question for Taiwan.
Sure.
Are we able to host UMC here, or will the task be provided by the US?
For UMC, it depends. Yes, for the time frame. What are you looking at, Jason? What timing?
Yeah, we're thinking to host UNC in Taiwan first for the national-wide competition here in Taiwan. Yeah, and so how can we provide the unknown task? Will it be provided by you guys?
So it's up to you. You may create your own challenges, or we can share our previous challenges with you.
Okay, will it be similar to the one that is going to be hosted online for the World Championship?
Yes, similar to like that. So we change the unknown challenges every year. So we can't use the same rule. So we have to reuse old one with some changes, or we need to create a totally new one for your competition. The best way would be for you and site host in Thailand can create your own competition challenges. It should be very simple because they need to solve the problem within a limited time.
Right.
Basically, what I'd suggest, if you have things that you want to do, like contact me or Shannon, and we'll try and support it to happen. But CJ needs to take a step back and relax a little bit. He's earned a rest. So, I mean, he cannot do UMC and VCC for everyone in the world anymore. So we're all going to have to step up to make things happen. But our goal is to educate, as many students as we can through competition learning. And whatever but unfortunately, Robofest, we have limited resources, right? You basically see all of us, right? There's me, there's Shannon, there's Elmer, there's Pam, and CJ has to do less. He's promised to do less.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's let him keep his promise.
Yeah, last year, CJ told me he works 70 hours.
Yes.
For a week.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's probably was rounding down to the nearest 10.
Yeah, he needs a vacation.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, because UNC, I think, is kind of unique for Robofest, that we stand out from competition.
Yeah, if everyone could turn on their video before everyone disappears, let's everyone turn on your video. We'll take a quick photo, official kickoff 2021, so we can put a pin in this and definitely move forward. If you just somebody asked about the social media, we do have a Facebook page, Robofest Official. So if you just look for Robofest on Facebook. We tried Instagram and Twitter and all those, but it's such an effort. Like Chris just said, this is us. We are a small but effective team. But anything you can provide, if you want to help add content, photos to the Facebook, we are always looking for that. Yes, CJ does need a round of applause. So everyone turn up turn on your video, turn on your audio. We'll get a good picture and
CJ.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you so much.
Pam, are you ready?
Yay.
All right, CJ.
Good
job, CJ.
Smile, everybody. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, CJ. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make a comment on the social media. if you have an idea, please contact me and let's talk about it and we can put it out there. Because it's really just getting it going and then it kind of sustains itself. So if you have another platform other than Facebook, let me know.
Thank you, Pam. I would like to thank everyone, and we had 29,000 students participated in Robofest so far since the beginning. I would like to thank all the students, coaches, volunteers, and staff for having wonderful years for 21 years. So my last message would be the same one I said during the ROWC. Let's think of DDD, dream, design, and let's do it all together. Lots of memories. If you want to share some memories with us, please post your old Robofest photos on Facebook. Or if you don't use Facebook, send me some photos and I'll post that on Facebook. Thank you, everyone, and see you. Now, actually, I self-promoted to volunteer advisory board chair. So, see you.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, CJ.
Thank you, everyone.
Or good night to some of you.
And yeah, David, you're here. Thank you, David. And Maurice, I saw Maurice somewhere.
Yeah, he says his video's not working.
Oh, okay. Maurice, thank you for joining.
Yeah, he may be on screen too. We still have 30 people, so they all can't fit on one screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody. See you.
Yep. See you.
Hi, Mr. Bag. See you.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Oh.
The only
This is the last time on this year.
Let's hope it's so much better than this one.
Yeah. See you.
Throw this one in the trash heap.
Yeah.
Are we going to stick around for a quick staff?
I don't know. I'm available.
Okay. I think we just need to regroup and think of any thing that we can do to.
Bye, everyone. Good seeing you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank
see
you.
you.
See you soon.
Bye, Elmer, CJ.
Thank you, Angela.
Great
Thank
one,
you.
guys.
Angela.
Richard, your boxes are ready to go. I'm just trying to negotiate the best cost for your shipment. It's ready to ship. So I will get it out this week. I'm going to go ahead and end.
Why rejoin or?
No, I'm just going to for everybody. The Robofest staff is going to stick around for a few more minutes. So we're just going to ask everyone to log off. We're going to go ahead and just regroup here. We don't often get a chance to all be together anymore. Right. So. So there's a few that I'm going to end.
Can you just move them to the waiting room? I think there's a.
Yeah, I can do that. They might have like stepped away too.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. Or fallen asleep like my students.
Like your students?
Yeah. I don't know how. I'm so excited. I don't know how.
Okay, everybody's gone. I don't have the blue. Mine won't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I found? I went to a room where the wall's farther back. That might be part of it.
Oh. I might have to turn my desk sideways. I'm in a very narrow room. I don't want everything in the background to be shown.
Do you have the latest version of Zoom?
Yeah, I just updated it yesterday. Okay. I'll give it a try. But it looks so nice.
Oh, one thing, always.
Sam, take a picture.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's-
There we go. All right, staff picture.
Yeah, for the Christmas card.
All right, there we go.
And they're already printed.
Oh, well.
Okay, Pam, you have the best
3, 2,
camera.
1, smile. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Pam. Yep. So one thing, to note, video, you have to play, you have to test from the beginning till end. I copied the video file on my C drive, but I don't know why it didn't play.
It's glitchy.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean,
It happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
videos, you have to test all till end. Yeah. Okay, thank you again for your support and your hard work, your dedication for RoboFest. And my best decision was in 21 years to appoint Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Sure.
Also, thank you, Shannon. I know, the task of shipping, wow, it's huge. It's so complex. So
It's like it's this Gantt chart that doesn't have a start and an end. It's like everything has